it used to, before it called BI Publisher, it used to call XML Publisher. So it is used extensively across multiple Oracle products. It worked with Oracle E-Business Suite. It worked with Oracle Database, OBI, and multiple places. The kind of report it is, BI Publisher report is different than your BI answer request. Although they can use together, you can integrate it and use them together. Whenever you want to prepare business document requirement, you have a large audience and you like to publish your business report, you can use a BI Publisher report. There are certain examples given over here which are more appropriate for BI Publisher report. So, will you like to create high fidelity report, a partner report, more important, financial report? So you like to create a financial statement and share across with your stakeholders or your government bodies. You prepare a financial statement and you would like to share across through different channel, maybe through email or shared folder or some way. It is also being used to create a government form, some vacancies and all, marketing material, contracts, checks, labels. So all these kind of reports. So one thing is common, the recipients are high volume of users. We have got more recipient over here. What is the traditional reporting and how BI Publisher is different? The traditional reports consist of data logic, layout, and translation together, the traditional report. And therefore, as everything was together, any modification in data logic or in layout or in translation require the entire file, entire reports to be created. So the maintenance becomes so high. As a result of this, such kind of reports they have high development cost and high maintenance cost, because any modification, any one of this element require the entire dashboard, entire reports to be changed. Any requirement changes, all reports to be modified, and the report output is exported. But BI Publisher report has changed the complete paradigm, a complete model. The reports are divided into three different pieces, the three report design component. They are flexible and overall reduce in maintenance cost. The purpose of overall all these kind of reports to reduce maintenance cost. Now you have data logic is being maintained in an XML file. Layout is being maintained exclusively and translation maintained in a separate place. So you have got three different places. Your BI Publisher, which works as an engine which stitch them together, join them together and create a report. So beauty is that if you would like to change any logic, any data logic change, you don't have to make any modification in layout and translation. On the other hand, if any layout is changed, you don't have to make modification data logic and translation. So the changes can be confined to a specific area, and therefore the maintenance task cost become less. This is an end-to-end view of BI Publisher. This is called many-to-many view. What does it demonstrate? You have got disparate data sources. You have got relational database, you have got semi-structured data sources, you have got unstructured data, or you may have files, unstructured files. Maybe your flat file, your Excel document and all. Your BI Publisher engine extract the data from your XML file, extract the layout, look and feel from this part, it render them dynamically and generate high volume of highly formatted report in multiple format. Highly formatted report in EFT called electronic fund transfer. It is extensively being used in banking side. So when you withdraw your statement or any kind of transaction happen between across different banks, or the exchange of data between your multiple department of your bank, the way the transaction data get exchanged in terms of EFT, electronic fund transfer. The same report can be exported into Excel, HTML, PDF, and XML. In multiple formats, the same report can be exported across. How BI Publisher is different than your traditional reports, and especially with your answer as well. It offers supports for multiple data sources at one time. It can use multiple data sources, enable rapid development and deployment, offer support for multiple output reports. At one time, the same information can be exported to multiple formats. And overall, the complexity can be reduced, and the production and development costs can be reduced, and uh, the productivity get increase up. So overall cost reduction factor, and very easy and fast to develop, enable flexible customization, and it follows certain Oracle development standard, and easy to use. So these are the couple of benefit BI Publisher has as compared to your traditional report and answer. So the logic behind it, as I said, separate data, layout, and UI translation. Therefore, you can split any modification in your data, layout, and UI translation require minimum changes. So you see this option says you have data is coming from XML. We call this XML publisher because all information finally rendered in XML, and layout is coming from Word document. You join them together over here and you render your PDF and multiple file format. Another important feature, it has got an option called report bursting. A bursting is a mechanism where you like to export your report to multiple users, multiple recipients, to multiple sources. So you fetch your data from one system, fetch your layout from another system, render them, and burst on certain events. A bursting could be, in the first business day, you like to burst your variance report between your actual and target, or maybe some kind of report which are used extensively. You would like to burst your expense reporting in the first business day. So, and multiple targets. You can have multiple distribution channel. When you burst your report, you establish your distribution channel as email, web server, or you can redirect directly to your print server, and you can generate a high volume of reports. That's a typical architecture of BI Publisher, and you see it is designed in multiple layers. The topmost component is your J2E container. A J2E container which provides an entire environment where your report can process. So the foundation layer consists of your J2E container, Oracle, or you can use WebLogic, WebSphere server, your application server. On top of your application server, you have got report repository. It's exactly same when you create an RPD, but BI Publisher can use RPD as a report repository, or it can use RDBMS for the source system. On top of this, you have a security model, a security which sits on top of BI Publisher, and then you have a scheduling. So you have an additional component which ensures only right user can access your data through security and scheduling this report. Then you have a OBI core engine. OBI core engine consists of data extraction logic, which extract data from different sources. Rendering the layout. Layout rendering means depends upon the user request. At one time, we can render this into PDF, Word, HTML, XLS, and different format. And then finally, document delivery in terms of bursting report, email, share in a web folder, and all. So you have a core logic, and then you have a caching technique, a cache management, caching services, so which ensure that when you process your request first time, the request output get cached, and subsequently it get processed from your cache itself, rather than you hit your database. And then finally you have a client tier. Client tier is a zero footprint client. A zero footprint, it means you don't need to download any ActiveX control or any Java applet